what you see now here is key and value. So that means I can have a key here and a value here. The value could be 1. So I go here, I store some value, which could be 1. I can store another value here. So I can store 1 in this value. I can store 2 here. I can store 3 here. I can store 4 here. When I store 4 here, that means with respect to this key, I can store 1. Let's take this key as 1. This key is, say, character A, and this is character B. This is character C. And this is character D. So for character A as the key, I stored the value as 1. For character B, which is a key, I stored value as 2. For character C, I stored the value as 3. And for key D, which is character D, I stored value of 4. What if I start printing the keys, assuming that value is the frequency of the keys, which exactly means if A is 1, A occurs 1 time. If B is 2, it occurs 2 times. If C is 3, it occurs 3 times. If D is 4, it occurs 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right. So what we saw just now is we have stored something in a boxes of key and value, and then we tried to print that and we got a string. So the string is A, B, B, C, C, D, D. What if I do reverse of this? That means I have a string HELLO, hello world, and I want to store this in terms of key value pairs. What would you do here? You would first of all find out what are the non-repeating characters here, or what characters are repeated, but you can sort them out. So L is repeated 3 times, L, L, L. That means L I can have 3 times. That means here I can have L, right? And let me get all this once again for you. Here we go, we come back again. We were planning to store hello world inside a key value pair. So H is occurring how many times? So H is occurring once. So I'll store the value here as 1. Next is E, right? E is occurring how many times? E is occurring only once. So let's store this once. Then L is there. If you observe L, 1, 2, 3. So L is occurring 3 times. L is there and it is occurring 3 times. And then you have O, right? O is occurring how many times? O is there and O is occurring 1, 2, 2 times. Right? And then what remains is WRD. Let's try to store WRD also. So what exactly it means? So I'm going to store W. How many times this occurs? It occurs once. And then I have R. Sometimes it occurs. It occurs once. And then I store D. It occurs once. This is D. And this is D. So what is all this? I'm taking a string, splitting the characters of the string, storing that in terms of as a key and then its occurrence, which means I am able to store the values in key value boxes, and then I can get the occurrences of any character by knowing the key where it is stored, and I get the value of that. Yeah, so welcome to the world of Java now. And we are going to talk about a data structure which is known as Hashmap. So we're going to learn a very simple exercise today of how to store key value pairs in a Hashmap. Now, why data structure Hashmap? What is the use of Hashmap? The beauty of Hashmap is the data structure of Hashmap is that it can allow a key value pair, but it will not store duplicate keys, right? We saw this. It can store yell, but it will not say yell, yell, yell. It will store only one yell, and then we can store the occurrence of the frequency of the character yell. Today we are going to learn how do we store a string inside the hash map using the Java APIs for Hashmap. So what we saw until now was that we were thinking about having a hash map. From this example, we learned how to have a hash map. Hash map is nothing but a key value pair. So how do I store the string inside a hash map? That's all we will talk about today. So I have a class, public class, my hash map. How do I declare a hash map first of all? Hash map always starts with map yum equals new hash map. And why this is showing right for me, that means I need to import this class. So you need two classes, first of all, java.util.hashmap and java.util.map. And then you also need to specify what kind of key value pair you're going to store. So let's call this as character and integer, right? Yes, character and integer. So far so fine. That means I'm able to declare a hash map of type my hash map, or let's call string storing hash map. str store hash map equals new hash map. Now what you're going to do is we're going to store a string inside a hash map. But how would you store a string inside a hash map? Let's call string uh, my string is equal to HELL Oh, hello world. And now what I'm going to do is that I'm going to convert this into a character array. That means character my cat array equals my string dot to cat array. Now here I got an array, but what does it say? This is saying to me that required is a character array, and I got, so I changed my variable type more actions. Okay, now this is a character array, and then I need to store this character array inside the hash map. How do I do this? How do I iterate the hash map? So I'm going to write for int I equals 0, I less than or equal to, I need to get the size of the array. Or I can say my string dot length. Then I increment I, and inside this I'm going to loop until I get all the characters. So let's see what is available for storage m dot. Okay, I can put a character at a particular value. Means I can say my char of high. And what else I can say? I'll say I here. This is the value. So this is going to work. So I'm simply going to store, I'm going to pick the first character, which is H, and then I'm going to store the character H as a key, and the value is 0. And the next character, what I'm going to store is E, and the value is 1. L will be 2. Another L will be 3. Let's see, let's print this. Let's see what is the output. How do I print the output of a hash map? Char. So you have contains key and contains value. You have put remote, then you have entry set. Entry set comes in a set which will store a character and integer. And key set. Will I be able to print a key set? Let's hit this program. Let's see what's the output. Public static void main string args. I declared a hash map. So we are able to declare a hash map. We're able to declare a string, and then we stored the characters in a string, and then we did a for loop. We printed the key set. Can we print the values? Let's see. There's an entry set. There's a key set. There's values. Let's hit this. Wow, we are getting some values. We have 5, 8, 10, 1, 6, 0, 9, 7. But we have no idea what these values are. Then what do? We need to store some sensible values. So what we do was that first we check inside the for loop if store.hm contains key, and I'm going to pick up the first key, that is my char I. Then what I am going to do, I'm going to store this key inside my char, and let's do one thing is let's join this whole string because we're getting a problem for a space. And what I'm going to do is if this contains a key, then what I do is that I store this key, whatever I get, and store one at that point. So let's see what happens now. That means as per logic, first time if I see that key, that will store. It will execute my statement. Under the if statement, it will put one for everything. So hash map is empty, hash values are empty. But that means there is nothing stored. So what is there at my char then? Why I'm not able to print anything? Let's print that. Wow, I'm getting the character. The first character what I get is H, the second is E, next is yellow, yellow hat. So if the character is there, then what I do is I store inside my key, that is I do put, and the key contains one. Okay, now as soon as I come out of this, the key set and key values are empty. Okay, now store shm dot put. I have my char comma high, and Hashmap keys are empty, Hashmap values are empty, but first time I was getting the keys. So now what I did is that I just put one. If I have that character, that means first time when I see I don't have a character inside my hash map, so I put this false condition. That means if I don't have a character, put that character inside my hash map as the key and put the value as 1. And then when I try to print the char set, I take the entry set and put that in a set. And then I try to print this set. I'm getting the values as 1, 1 everywhere, right? But I still haven't, let's see the output. So I'm getting output as R as 1, D as 1, E as 1, W as 1, H as 1, L as 1, O as 1. But ours was hello world. To keep things simple, I haven't counted the space. There is a way to get out of the space, but to keep things simple right now, remove the space. And then I'm putting this as 1, so I get everywhere as 1, but I still don't get the repeated characters. That means if there was a character, then what do I do in the else condition? ELSE. Then what I say is store dot put. And here I say store hm dot get. Means wherever the value is stored for this, get my string dot caret I plus 1. Then what do I do? That means the first time if I don't have a character, then I'll add this one. So if I get H, it goes inside. It doesn't find H, it puts 1 for this. It goes to E, it doesn't find, it puts 1 for this. L is goes, it finds that L is not the first time, it puts 1. Again you get L. But this time this condition does not get satisfied. The key is there, right? So when it goes to that particular key, wherever is there, and adds the value to that by doing a get call. This particular call, store hm.get.caret I, will get me the value of that and add 1 to that. So now let's see. Let's print this. Okay. So H is there once. L is there 3 times. Okay. Then O is there 2 times. And E is there 1 time. D is there 1 time, or is there 1 time. So hello world, you know, let's make all the small letters for simplicity. Let's not work into capital letters, and then run this once again. So what we achieved so far is that what are the values and what's. So let's remove this for loop. Let's not make it so complicated. Let's say system out dot println char plus storage dot key set. I'm going to get all the key set. Let's see if I can get all the values. Values of the keys are. So let's take the storage dot values. Let's hit this. Wow, there you go. So we got all the keys and its values also. You see, O is there 2 times, L is there 3 times. But let's try to print this in a single line. That would make sense. Yeah. So R is there once, D is there once, E is there once, W is there once, H is there once, L is there 3 times, O is 2. Let's come back to what we achieved. And we were successful in storing a string inside a hash map. The next problem what we are going to take now is that we're going to do more string processing in our next episode. We're going to have more tougher problem. That means we were going to compare two hash maps and take out the common keys of the hash maps. If you have two hash maps, like you have 1 and 2. So we'll try to find the common keys inside that hash map, and then we'll take minimum of these values. Like if I say the key, this key is common with this key, that means I will have W and W here also. Then I'll pick the minimal values of that. So now if you like this, click the subscribe button as well as the like button. Thank you.